So tell me, Ryan, how are you all at Upbring using blockchain technology?
Sure. Maybe it's helpful to take a slight step back to understand what it is that Upbring does, and then the blockchain alignment there. Upbring is a direct action Texas-wide organization dedicated to providing families with the resources that they need, education and support that they need to bring up children with faith, love, joy and hope. So what that means from a programmatic standpoint is we provide everything from foster care services to Head Start and early Head Start programs, abuse intervention, prevention, treatment centers, work at the border, quite a lot of programs. We pretty much touch every part of Texas with the mission to break the cycle of child abuse. How our innovation lab works and how blockchain comes into the picture is the child welfare, child well-being space, but frankly across the United States. It's typically closely tied to the government. It takes a little bit longer for innovation to come around, for new technologies to be introduced, given the nature of the work. And our innovation lab seeks to kind of expedite that, to look at new technologies and see, are they applicable? Can they help ultimately break the cycle of child abuse and help children and families in our community? Naturally, as an innovation lab, one of the things that's always floating around probably every innovation lab right now is blockchain technology. But we wanted to see if it's actually applicable in terms of actually helping children out. And we found it is. Yeah.
I can imagine because of the nature of blockchain, you can store a lot of information about the kids and maybe foster families. Can you tell us a little more about what information is getting transmitted over the blockchain and how is it
Sure.
speeding things up?
Sure. The work that we do, I mentioned that our mission is to break the cycle of child abuse. And when you look at how we do that, it's largely in foster care and adoption. And sometimes it's hard to take the heart out of what we do, but if you do for a moment and look at the system, you'll recognize really it's a logistics system. It's a logistics system with a lot of data, a lot of players, a lot of information, and sensitive material as well. We're currently actually working on one project. It's a little under the wraps right now, but I can talk a little bit about it. Where we are taking dummy data right now. We don't proof of concept, taking dummy data, child data, to see how certain processes in foster care may live on a blockchain in terms of sharing data, permission, access to specific pieces of data that may expedite the service to the child. And what I mean by service to the child is in foster care, there are many people working with children, whether it's a family case worker, whether it's mental health providers, whether it's a group like Upbring, who is a private agency, or the state, all needing access to different pieces of data. And in many times, if the tech's not there, or even if it is there, there are bottlenecks. So we're looking at how we can create essentially an application to address this. And we've done so with our first proof of concept.